I'm Nermine, recipe developer, content creator, and staunch advocate of Egyptian cuisine. In this episode, I will cook kushari. It is the most iconic vegan dish in Egypt. I'll start by heating my frying pan and adding my oil, my canola oil. This is almost 1.5 cups. While the oil starts to warm a little bit, you're gonna first mix or sprinkle some salt over your shallots. Mix them well. And carefully, you're gonna add the shallots to your oil. I like to break down this recipe on 2 days. I make the fried shallots, the onion-infused oil, and the 3 sauces on 1 day, and then I cook the kushari itself on the 2nd day. Because it takes some time to prep and to cook, I usually make a big batch and I freeze the kushari and it freezes very well. The sauces too can stay in your fridge probably for up to 10 days. I think this dish is a fusion dish at its best. It reflects 3 or 4 cultures: the Indian, the Egyptian, the Italian, and legend has it that it some has Lebanese influence as well, because chickpeas is an ingredient that is widely celebrated among the Lebanese community in Egypt. Okay, now that my shallots are fried, I'm gonna put them on absorbent kitchen paper. Very carefully, with heat-resistant gloves, you're gonna move the oil to your sieve, run it through your sieve here. And now, this onion is ready to use. I'm gonna use it to cook my entire meal. So there is no waste in this meal. I have it here clear. I will start with my garlic vinegar sauce. It's very basic and very easy. So this is my onion-infused oil. I'm gonna add, I would say like 1 tablespoon to a saucepan. I'm gonna add the garlic. This is like 2 to 3 cloves of garlic. Once it starts to sizzle, we're gonna add the vinegar right away. Lemon juice, water, and your spices. Salt, some cumin, coriander, and pepper. It's ready, turn off your heat. So 1 sauce is behind us. I'm gonna transfer this sauce to a serving container, and I'm gonna use the same pan for making the other sauces. Now we move to the 2nd sauce. No need even to wipe your pan. Use it the way it is. We need those flavors. Just add a little bit of oil, 1 tablespoon. Add your garlic to the oil. Lower the heat. Add your what we call shatta. This is red pepper flakes. At this point, I will just add a drizzle of tomato sauce, salt, and pepper. I'll turn off the heat. Now very carefully, with heat-resistant gloves, you're gonna transfer the chili garlic sauce to a serving container. Add my onion-infused oil here in the pan, like I would say 2 tablespoons. Add the garlic. Stir the garlic in the hot oil. Once it becomes fragrant, we're gonna add the rest of the ingredients. This tomato sauce has some vinegar in it, cumin, coriander, salt, and pepper. This is optional, the Tabasco sauce, if you want to increase the heat. Personally speaking, I don't add it at this stage. I leave it up to my guests. Once the garlic becomes fragrant, add your vinegar. And right after, add your tomato sauce. You can either blend 2 tomatoes with a 1/2 cup of water or 1 cup of water in your blender, and you can have fresh tomato juice. Or you can just buy store-bought tomato juice. It's your choice. If you feel your sauce is too thick, you can add some water, but I'm so happy with the consistency, the way it is. At this point, I'm gonna add my cumin, pepper, and a little bit of salt. I'm gonna stir everything, try it, and adjust the seasoning. Now that I cooked the fried onions, the 3 sauces are ready, I'm gonna make the kushari itself. I'm gonna add to my pan some onion-infused oil. Add first thing your vermicelli, Italian vermicelli. And with your wooden spoon, you'll keep stirring until it's dark brown, not medium brown, because if it's medium brown, while it's cooking, the color is going to be too close to the color of the rice. We want the vermicelli to be nicely toasted to bring this flavor out and also to add a nice color. You will have all shades of brown in this meal. Now I'm getting closer to the color I like. This is how it should be, like a dark brown, not medium brown. It's time to add my basmati rice. This is my go-to technique to end up with a fluffy rice dish. Always coat your rice in the hot oil. Stir very well until you make sure that all the rice is coated with hot oil. The hot oils will seal the crust of every grain, so when you add your liquid and it simmers, it doesn't get mushy or sticky. Now that my rice is all coated with oil, I'm going to add the lentils. Stir everything together. Now it's time to add your pasta. Alpo pasta, spaghetti pasta. Add the water. The water should be use hot water of a kettle. How much water to add? This is a very good question. Your water should be 2 centimeters above all your dry ingredients. So I'm gonna I will bring the dish to a boil on high heat. Make sure that everything is beneath the water. Leave it to boil for 5 minutes. At this point, while it's boiling, I'm gonna add my spices. Not too much salt, because remember, you're gonna add the sauces and each one of the sauce has enough salt in it. Pepper, cumin, and coriander. Give it a stir. Make sure that the spices are well incorporated. Just 1 or 2. Don't move it too much so you don't break the rice. Now that it has been boiling for 5 minutes, I'm gonna cover it with the lid and lower the heat to the minimum, really very low heat. And let it cook, I would say between 7 to 10 minutes. Come and check and see how it is. Probably it will need another 5 minutes, we will see. But in 7 minutes, come and check on your pot and assess the situation. Time to reveal the glory of that dish. I'm gonna uncover my pot. And never fluff your rice with a spoon. Always fluff it with a fork so you don't break the delicate basmati rice. I wanna make sure that the rice and the 2 types of pasta and vermicelli, everything is cooked just right. I will turn off the heat and add a little bit of salt. And at this point, while it's still hot, start adding your sauces. So I will start with the tomato-free sauce. So basically the garlic vinegar sauce. You always start with this one. You drizzle it. My first sauce, and then my second sauce, which is the tomato sauce. Now it's time to add a little bit of chili oil. I add very little in case I'm serving that dish to my kids because it's so hot. So I just take some of that oil and just drizzle it. Just a little bit, and then serve the extra with the dish. time to add my chickpeas. You can use chickpeas out of a can, or you can soak your beans overnight and then give them a quick boil for 5 to 10 minutes. This is just for decoration. It's not cooked with the dish, and it's optional. Now it's time to add this flavor bomb, which is my crispy fried shallots. Take a generous amount and pile it in the middle. Now our kushari is plated, garnished with the 3 sauces, the crispy onions, and the cooked chickpeas. Try this legend dish, kushari, in your kitchen. Don't forget to leave a comment below this video, and I will be back with more interesting recipes from my Egyptian kitchen.